The following is a clip from the World Class Bullshitters live show, broadcasting live here on YouTube at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Thursday night. You're invited, but you gotta bring your own beer. Now, guys, let's talk about our favorite actress, Jennifer Lawrence. Now, if you actually give me a moment, I have the footage of what she said. So if you let me just pull that up, I will make a Jennifer Lawrence button where we can kind of laugh at the shit she said. So while I'm getting that ready, yesterday there was a tweet from Variety. And now Variety is an entertainment magazine that we all know and some of us like. I don't. But Variety was quoting an interview from Jennifer Lawrence and Viola Davis. They were working on a show called Actors on Acting, which is as pretentious as it sounds. And so, in the show, Jennifer Lawrence was discussing some of her work. And she was quoted as saying, "I remember when I was doing The Hunger Games. Nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie." Now, The Hunger Games came out in 2012. Clearly, it's the first film ever made, so Jennifer Lawrence's statement is correct. It is the first. What? Honestly, guys, I can't take this shit seriously. What the fuck did you think when she said this shit? I could not stop laughing. I went, what?
Well,
What?
and like also the dumbest thing, like I love Viola Davis. I think she's extremely talented. She says her like in the video she says her age 57, and think what is it? Jennifer Lawrence is 32 as of right now. She's like, oh, with your vast experience, your acting comes through this, that, and the other. And I'm like, because of you've gone through a lot of life, and I'm just like, she started her first movie, as far as I can remember, is The Hunger Games in 2012. She was 22 years old. She's 32 now, so it's only been 10 years. You're telling me she's lived life according to a 57-year-old that she can act and do all this bullshit? Who the fuck are you, and how much did they pay you?
Yeah, all these things are so fake, dude. Like, how can anyone actually enjoy the fakeness that these people put off? Like, they can't even act like they care to seem real.
Yeah, it's a very bizarre statement to make, and like I said, I there are definitely ways to have the conversation I think she was trying to have, but this is just a prime example of the disconnect between them and us, right? The people who are movie stars, they see the world as it is, 5 seconds in front of their face, and it's just funny because I can't imagine that she thought that and then said it, and just because at that time she can't remember another action movie that had a woman in it is hilarious.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. There's definitely a lot of dumb bullshit that Hollywood believes, and and we can all see that Hollywood would still be very cautious to cast a woman in an action role, right? Because they believe some silly shit, and for everyone to somewhat understand that part, and for you to just say some off the wall bullshit that even if you were right, it would be mind blowing. But for her to forget about some all time classic movies, by the way, is fucking wild. It's just wild. While you're sitting next to Viola Davis.
Yeah, like, a woman who was born before you, who's way more fucking talented than you are, and has seen more life than you, and yet she was, and yet she made the dumb statement about it. I swear to God, she got fucking paid to sit there in front of her and say that shit.
Why wasn't there's a director and there was editing involved with this? I have the clip ready.
Yeah. Because if you zoom out to because they have this really wide shot of them in a studio with lights and shit like that. Yeah, there was somebody directing that shit. Like, there was a whole production there. I'm sure somebody said to say something, or I don't know, something fucking happened. There was some disconnect or whatever, and
it's just not the fact that Jennifer Lawrence said something dumb. It's that I'm certain everyone involved in that process thought that it was dumb. And even if you feel, hey, she misspoke, everyone that has any form of reality knows that that's just a bizarre thing. But that's how little Variety thinks of its readers. You know, that's how little Hollywood thinks of regular people. You know, they know that that's ridiculous, but they're like, oh, you know, that people love when people say wild stuff. You know, I think they definitely knew that it was going to be controversial in the least, but I don't think they were like, shit, we better delete this tweet because it did not go the way that we thought it was going to go.
Well, Dion,
You know? Yeah.
It's perfect that you talk about deleting the tweet because this, folks, is what they replaced the tweet with.
I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. We were told girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead.
Oh, absolutely.
And it just makes me so happy every single time I see a movie come out that just blows through every single one of those beliefs and proves that it is just a lie to keep certain people out of the movies, to keep certain people in the same positions that they've always been in. And it's just amazing to watch it happen and watch you at the helm.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You know what I have to say to Jennifer Lawrence? One word.
Wrong! Even when I saw the tweet in our group chat and I just started spouting, like naming other shit. It's like I was half a fucking sleep when I did that. It's like, God damn it, man! Come on.
Yeah, like I said in the video that I put out, I didn't need Google to list those movies. Like the Sigourney Weaver shit, it's like, oh wait, duh, she's not even the first. Like you can go back decades before the Hunger Games and find female-led action films. I find it so funny that these people actually believe that. Now, it's not, that crazy because
and then the problem is you have like these funny, hair-colored Gen Zers who are just kind of like, yeah, she said the right thing. There's never been one. It's just like, are you motherfucking retarded? Honestly, really, do you need to go get yourself goddamn checked? The fact that you have the internet at your fingertips, you can't look up a movie past 2015 is ridiculous. Anybody who's any person who's like 30 or older knows that all these movies have existed. They've been around way longer than you have, and you have access to all of them if you really ever really want to watch them. And it's dumb that you fucking think that.
Well, don't worry, because Jennifer Lawrence, we love her ignorance, but the thing is, she's not wrong about a lot of stuff. Women do have it. It's so different for them. So tonight, folks, on World Class Bullshitters, we wanted to take a moment to celebrate some more firsts that women did. Now, this one's a given since we can't stop talking about it, but let's celebrate the first female action star, Jennifer Lawrence. Guys, Jennifer Lawrence has done so much for the action genre. I'm touched by her contributions, and I'd like to thank you, J. Law, for everything that you've done. Now, guys, Jennifer Lawrence isn't the only one. We're going to celebrate the very first female director, Elizabeth Banks. Now, isn't it awesome that the first female director, Elizabeth Banks, has such wonderful films as Charlie's Angels, Pitch Perfect 2, and the upcoming Cocaine Bear? She clearly is the first female director. Before her, there was never another director in history. Hell, the first movie ever was Charlie's Angels, 2019.
God damn it.
It was groundbreaking.
Now Dion, I know you're a big sports star. Have you ever seen what the first female athlete actually looks like?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes, exactly who it is. She's the first female athlete, folks.
Okay.
And finally, let's celebrate the first female president.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Going hard this evening.
Yeah. Jeff's really going hard in the paint.
Hey, I just wanted to match Jennifer Lawrence because I wanted to show her the same respect that she showed us. I put the same amount of effort that she put into her interview and got paid a fraction of it. So, Jennifer Lawrence, I'm going to start bitching about the inequality or something else. I don't know. Look, lady, Variety, I blame Variety, honestly. You guys shouldn't have put that out. I mean, she's an idiot, But how many flubs are there in movies where it's like, we'll just cut this. We'll just delete this. We'll never let this see the light of day. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
The fact that they took the effort and like she said that they recorded it and then they promoted it. I'm just like, do you not know what the fuck you're doing? Like, I understand you wanted to get clicks and this, that, and the other, but you got the wrong clicks. You had the wrong kind of attention come towards you, and it diminished the quality of your, I guess, journalism, you want to call it. I don't know, of the brand of variety. I don't fucking know. It diminished their their whole thing. It was fucking dumb, man. Oh jeez.
It was.
Yeah. Well, it's just, it's a window into how they think, and especially for the last 10 years, obviously, so many people, even if they're involved in it, they think of things as blockbuster to blockbuster. There is no, it's movie stars, quote unquote, and people of affluence in Hollywood, they're like the kids in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. What happened in the before times, and the before times is everything before $1 billion blockbusters. And for her in that moment, listen, you can kind of guesstimate where she's going with it, but damn, like, for you to be, hey, I'm doing this interview with Viola Davis and we want to make sure that we sound profound, and you say something wild like that because you got caught up in the fucking moment and you're just rambling, it's just, it's a good thing she's good at acting, because otherwise I don't know what the hell else she'd be doing, because she just, isn't the best with fucking words. It's wild. Like, so Uma Thurman's not a thing, and Sigourney Weaver and Gina Davis and Pam Grier,
Pam Grier, Cynthia Rothrock as well in the 80s.
Cynthia Rothrock, just the issue. It's just funny that she couldn't remember the before. There never was a female lead in an action movie that would do. It's like, come on. It's wild.
I mean, even the Tomb Raider movies did pretty good, I think, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that's the thing that bothers me. And like, seriously, you have to either be a robot, and Axel Foley claims everybody in this town is a robot anyway, so whatever, or like beyond stupid, because just like the thing is, these people have the same access to what we do. How did you grow up and not know what Tomb Raider was? Like, if Jennifer Lawrence is 2 years younger than I am. So I was in the 6th grade when Tomb Raider the movie came out. So like, and it was everywhere. They made 2 of those films. There was The Cradle of Life in 2003 and the first one in 2001. There was no way you could have avoided that. Okay, maybe you did. Then how the hell could you miss the Resident Evil films that they would not stop making for like a decade plus? From 2002 onward, there was one of those like every other year. How the hell did Jennifer Lawrence not know that? How did she never hear of like Underworld? Again, those were huge movies that were everywhere. I didn't even see any of them until later down the road, but I was aware of them. Like, this isn't, or even, and here's the thing too, folks, you can take Terminator out of that, because you could argue, well, Arnold's the lead, Linda Hamilton's the second, the supporting actor, so, that's an Arnold film. Fine, take Terminator out of it, but how the hell can you not be aware of at least Alien or Aliens? These are household names. These are institutions of film. Like, Jennifer Lawrence knows half of the people that are in these fucking movies. How can you think, realistically, how could you think that you're the first? I think it just is so silly.
Well, even one I love to bring up whenever this conversation happens is Atomic Blonde for 2017.
Yeah,
with her in it,
Charlize Theron. Like, that was a good movie. There was no agenda with that one. It was a fun time. It was good. Now
I'm glad Joseph Bianowicz brings up Foxy Brown in the blaxploitation flick.
Oh, 100%, dude, 100%. That was the first thing I thought of when I thought of this. I was just like, like, once again, you want to do the whole, people of color thing or women of color, whatever, fucking Pam Grier, Foxy Brown, Big Birdcage, that stuff, with her in it. I mean, come the fuck on. How do you diminish her and what she did?
Because you're just not aware of the medium that you work in. Like, is it too much to ask for? I don't think it's too much to ask a lawyer to be prepared of certain precedent or certain legal cases. Much like I don't think it's too much to ask of an actor to just be aware of movies that came before yours. Like, I don't need you to sit down and tell me about every Peter Jackson film prior to Lord of the Rings, or I don't need you to tell me about some Sam Peckinpah stuff or John Ford. Like, I don't need you to pick like obscure stuff or stuff from the past. No,
just have a fucking general, just have like a general understanding of what happened before you.
Be alive. Like, it's not even before her, dude. It's like
be alive. I like that.
Like, bro, she's literally 5 years younger than you. I looked it up for the video.
Thanks.
So, there's no fucking way that she missed out on all of this stuff. It just, I'll leave it be, but it's so funny to me. And I love certain female-led action movies. There's some great ones out there. And I gave The Hunger Games a chance years ago as well. She's just been like, I've always seen her as the teeny bopper icon who is like the harder version of the girl from Twilight. It's like there was Twilight for all the young adult people that wanted to watch a romance, and there were the Hunger Games for the people that thought they were hard. And it's like, all right, it's the same audience, the same type of thing. Go at it. Like, I just never gave a shit about this. But I was aware of it. That's the thing. I was aware of all these things, guys. But I wasn't in the demographic.
Yeah,
those movies weren't made for you, Jeff. They weren't made for you.
I'm not a 40-year-old white guy.
Yet.
When am I? Do I change race at 40? Is that what This Is 40 is about? Paul Rudd is actually black that whole movie, and then This Is 40, he's a white guy.
That dude paled out.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay if you get paler with age, right? Like the guy from Kid and Play.
Oh, God.
Have you seen the trailer for the new House Party remake?
Yeah, I saw it. It was fucking upsetting. I was like,
I didn't.
Well, I mean, like, and they tried redoing House Party like a few years ago as well. Again, and I was like, they're trying to remake even with what was it, Christmas Story 2? They did a Christmas Story 2 like 10 fucking years ago. They're doing another part 2 now.
Yeah, isn't Randy Quaid? Isn't Randy Quaid in the sequel?
Yeah, and it's weird. I'm just like, we know the other one is there. Why are you trying to fuck with us? Like, we can look it up. It's on the internet. It's fucking there.
Oh, sorry, it's Daniel Stern. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I looked up A Christmas Story 2. I remember when that came out, and I didn't watch it because why would I? It's a Christmas Story without the original cast. At least this new one has Peter Billingsley coming back as Ralphie. This one,
yeah.
No.
But
have you ever seen
it's dumb. It's dumb, man.
Have you ever seen the sequel to A Christmas Story, like the unofficial continuation of what Ralphie and his family do?
No.
There's a movie called Ollie Hop Noodle's Haven of Bliss. It's terrible. It's like a made-for-TV Disney movie. But it's written by Gene Shepard, the man who did the Christmas Story, In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash. That's the name of A Christmas Story's actual book. So...
Okay, yeah, I know, because like this, what was it? American Graffiti. I love the movie. I tried watching part 2 and I couldn't fucking do it. It's so goddamn boring and doesn't make any sense. It's fucking terrible. It's so terrible.
You can't really recapture the magic of any of these things.
No.
They're the variables of what make these things magic is that they're the intangibles, the variables. You can't really figure out exactly what it is. Last comment I'll make about this Christmas Story follow-up that you've never heard of. Guess who plays Ralphie?
Oh, God, who?
Jerry O'Connell.
I can't be too mad at Jerry about that. That's just a universe he fell in from Sliders.
Dion, I think you're gonna like this movie. You know why?
Why's that?
The whole point of the story is going up to the lake in Michigan. That's it. They go from Indiana to Michigan on a vacation.
I mean, Lake Michigan's nice, motherfuckers.
It is. I want to go.
And somebody hire Jerry O'Connell, please. DC or Marvel. Somebody hire that guy. He needs some work.
What should Jerry O'Connell do in a superhero film?
I don't fucking know, man. I just something. Have him be a PA. I don't know.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, he doesn't have to actually be in the movie as long as he's got some work. I think he'll be okay.
He kind of is okay because he married Rebecca Romaine and.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm pretty sure they're still together too. Yep, they've been married for a long time.
No, they got divorced.
According to Google, they're still married.
I don't know about that.
It's an open marriage, Dion, like everything in Hollywood.
Maybe. Or maybe we just fell in the universe in Sliders where they stayed married. Who knows?
I'm just sad I don't know the ins and out of Jerry O'Connell's personal life. What kind of person am I? This show's a fucking lie. Also, too, Jerry O'Connell's in Police Academy 5, Assignment Miami Beach.
Oh, God.
An uncredited role.
Oh, God.
Well, what were you doing in 1988? I was being born. He was busy.
I was 3.
And Jennifer Lawrence wasn't born yet, so.
Yeah, she wasn't born until 1990.
Well, as soon as she was born, we knew that we'd have the first female action-led film in a while, so we only had to wait 22 more years.
Oh, God. Yeah, so idiotic.
Yeah, it is.
I can't wait to go. I can't wait for her to go on some fucking dumb late night show and get interviewed about her new movie that she's doing, and then they mention that, and she has to finagle her way out of that. It's like, yeah, well, I was, I didn't know what I was saying. I said some stuff, and it's like,
well,
whatever.
You know whose show she's gonna go on. I mean, come on.
Will Jimmy Kimmel still be on TV?
I mean, apparently old people really like that motherfucker, and they're gonna listen. He's gonna come to the rescue. Good old Jimmy Kim's.
God.
Will he be in white or blackface?
Depends on who he's playing that week.
Oh, okay. Do you think he can play the first female action star, Jennifer Lawrence?
Well, what better place than the first real late night talk show, Jimmy Kimmel Live?